Alright, you're good.
All right, players, parties, countrymen, we stand off again here in Lemoore, recouping from a bit of a ravaging from what we'd learned to be the Sons of Yin. All we know thus far is that this group of strange infiltrators appeared to be after some books. They made some strange dominion over a succubus named Malusis that you recently interacted with, who is part of the Guardians for Thankla. They seemingly had some sway over Ilya, which, upon reflection, you guys remembered that Chemo, the Dajong, was that you'd met a while back and was originally Ilya's very first quest to deal with, was actually part of these Sons of Yin and had procured from Ilya himself his true name. So apparently this group has been able to communicate in some way, shape, or form to get that to the rest of their group and use that and abuse it in a way that unfortunately led to the deaths of some of your Cerebrum Sierra fellowship. Unfortunately, the Cerebrum Sierra is going to be taking some time to put Odar and the Draken in your group to a proper burial. But the problems at hand with Cinder continue to go unabated, and you know that what's going on in the woodlands continues to get worse. You managed to save Ilya from what would have been a very very dark path alone, potentially into slavery. But his sword is still missing, and Ilya is unable to recall it to him. At the last bit of our conversations, you guys had mentioned that you wanted to investigate what happened to the Sons of Yin. You wanted to get the sword back, but you also wanted to reach out to Chettlecorp to see if they could help you guys get the saliva from a black dragon, as well as talk to Diala, who still has, who is the only known resource that you are aware of that has access to the memory tree tears. Sorry, the trees of a true weeping willow, as you guys actually had procured it for her a while back. Now, I have developed kind of a mini game, if you will, to lend structure to your investigation into the Sons of Yin. You guys all received a link to an Excel sheet that's called Sons of Yin Investigation. And in parentheses it says players.
See it. Yes, yes.
Okay. I also posted it into the Discord chat, the link, and it should already be shared with everyone, so that way you should be able to click on the link and just go straight to it. Now, there's many things that you guys could do to figure out more information to act on. But I figured for the sakes of simplicity and structure, I built out this sheet. So inputs are things that keywords that you wish to investigate. And vehicles are paths that you can use to investigate those things. So, for instance, if you see vehicles, it says Vigor Mortis, Friendly's Network, Thankla, the tower, exploring Lemoore using the subject matter experts in the city, or hiring an investigator, which Wretch had expressed interest in doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, and then in the second column are inputs. So, the keywords, so to speak, that you can investigate are Malusis, because you know that Malusis had contact with the Sons of Yin. You can investigate the dead infiltrators that are scattered throughout the building. You can investigate the dead dominators who seem to be running things. You could investigate Daniel, which is the name that Ilya got from the guy who actually made off with his sword. You can investigate the missing books. You can investigate Hemo himself, or you can investigate like the Sons of Yin. And what this would look like is, say you wanted Friendly's Network. If you wanted to run the Sons of Yin through the Friendly's network, you would take Friendly as the vehicle, and you would take the Sons of Yin as the input. Ooh, I hit Control V. What the hell happened there? And then you would essentially get some information out of it. Now, in order for this to work, though, each character runs one of these at a time. So essentially, you can run 4 different paths of investigation at any single point. Each one will have a cost. And the cost, generally speaking, is going to be about 5 days and 10 gold, minus a streetwise check. So we'll see how those things are costing and running time-wise out. Each thing is going to produce some information. And I have some of these will produce new inputs that you can then put back through your vehicles to find more information and continue searching. I have 4 pieces of information that I'm looking for you guys to acquire 3 of, for you to be able to answer this question. Where is Ilya's sword? Because that is what you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of other information that's in here. Who is Yin? What do the Sons of Yin want? Etc. Those are things that can be answered throughout this. But at the end of the day, the investigation is to find, where is Ilya's sword? Who has Ilya's sword? All that sort of information are precursors to where is Ilya's sword.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I mentioned, this will be each investigation thread will cost time and money as things go on. So really, it's a lot about how do you guys get this done without costing the least amount of resources and the least amount of time, because Cinder's still dying as time ticks by, and whoever these people are, they're still doing their thing as time ticks by as well.
Cinder's dying, guys. Gotta hurry.
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
There's one thing that I had in my notes at the tail end of last session. In big bold letters, I wrote, "Ask Wretch to heal crit." Wretch, would you heal my crit?
We are.
Start investigating. So,
I can do that.
thank you. He's a 31.
Yeah, and throughout this investigation, so you'll get 2 story points for the investigation until we get into a structured stuff later on.
Okay.
Even though there's a bunch of days,
Okay.
You will get to use your horseshoe once throughout that phrase as well.
Okay.
But because all these days are going by, you heal 2 damage every single day, and you recover all strains, so there's nothing really concerning about any of that.
Sure.
Alright, crit 31, is that a difficulty easy? Or no, you do all crits the same
All
as
of it is difficulty hard.
Yep. Thank you.
And I'm ready when you are. I have 6 and 4, but I haven't shifted anything yet.
You cure her crit.
Alright, neat.
Thanks, buddy.
Yar.
So, with all of that being told to the party, what would you guys like to do? Who would you like to talk to, knowing that you have people who you still need to leverage for medicine? You have for the cure components, and you have this investigation to start.
I'd just like to say that it is a very bad idea for Ilya to go after any of the living dominators directly.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
But
Noted.
I
know
mean,
that. Yeah.
we've already suggested just hiring someone whose job it is to track down things that are hard to find, so obviously that would be my idea, but...
Do we each pick a thing each day, or how does...
Yep, so you guys can each pick a thing. Each of the interactions with Diala or with Chetel will take up 1 slot worth of time. So if people want to be a part of that, they can. You guys can do those to start with and before you start the investigation. But you guys can even double up. So something to consider is, so say Wretch and Emery go to hire an investigator to look at the missing books, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, then you will each get to roll and take the better of the rolls. You basically do a group check to see how much that's going to cost you in time and money. Unfortunately, then, you're piggybacked and kind of committed to that 1 slot for those couple of days or whatever.
Okay, I know that I personally was hoping to try to figure out what was missing in the books, to figure out what they took, to try to guess what their next, like, where they'd be heading next. To me, that makes the most sense to, like, for me, I guess the vehicle being Thankla then, and the input being the missing books. I know Thankla doesn't know what's missing, but I had read her...
that was one of the things that I forgot about, was that missing books is an input that there's like a first step, which is to go through and collect all the books that are on the ground. Like that takes that takes 1 roll, but it's just in days, not in days and money. So that is one that's like, it should be like set down a little bit further because it's just not quite ready.
Okay.
But it is a valuable thing to do. So if you'd like to start doing that, that's fine. And if other people would like to help, that'll reduce how long that takes as well.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna start with the books because that's what like my character's been focused on since coming to the place anyway. So I think it's best suited for me.
And
then I'm
put-
having a date total on up here on the top right, and so I'm just gonna progress time as you guys go. If someone could just help keep track of how many days have gone by as we do this.
I need to get a weapon of some kind. All I've got is my shield.
And that's fine. Shopping can happen throughout this because, like, sending a letter to Vigor Mortis doesn't take all day. But it does take someone to help, like, handle those missives and all that sort of stuff. So you can go ahead and do any kind of shopping that you want in the meantime as well.
Is it okay that I box this? Is this what you're meaning? Like, these are our options, and then here we would write, like, what things that we're doing?
The active ones. Yep.
Okay.
You know, I can probably put in another column here, who owner or whatever. So like you can put your names into which columns you're doing.
Yeah. I'll just.
Some of these will lead to similar information. Some of these might lead to dead ends. This is kind of like a big puzzle, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
So I will let everybody else choose what they're doing, and then base what I do off of that, because I'm not exactly a academic.
Okay, so Emery wants to collect the missing books and categorize them to figure out what the Sons of Yin took. Can you give me a knowledge people check?
Oh, we're just doing her
Sarah?
first.
No, I was just gonna let you guys know how many days she's gonna be working on that.
Well, I might choose to help her.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of waiting for everybody else to at least make it known what they are doing.
Are there magical items that would make it harder for me to get targeted by script magic?
Not by script magic, but make it harder for you to be targeted by magic. Yeah.
Yeah, or like naming magic. Sorry, that's script.
You have a potion on you right now that helps with that. Any sort of insulative stuff will help you with that. So if you wanted to do, I
Get some more
believe
mud.
there's some really expensive armor that does that, like onyx.
Mud.
Sorry,
is really cheap.
mud is cheap. Yeah, you could do.
Mud.
You could do mud.
Walk around with a bucket of mud everywhere. Just hold on a second before we talk. Mud calls
well-
me.
Ratch
So-
carried around his jar of mud forever before using it.
If you wanted a protective like amulet to help against that sort of thing, you could go try to go shopping for one.
Yeah, because I'm down a magical slot.
For attunement.
So, yeah. So it doesn't have to be like, I don't know, I guess maybe envisioning an amulet or a cloak or something like that.
Yeah, I'm envisioning an amulet for this sort of thing. Some armor has insulative properties. Let me just pull that quick. But yeah, I would definitely make something like that available.
Okay.
Obsidian armor is known as the Mage Killer. Yep, sulfur, mud, salt. If you didn't want to do mud, you could do like a censer where you have like almost like a perfume that you have on you that helps cloak you.
Nice. Does it smell good?
It smells like sulfur.
Or just thematically like a tattoo.
Ooh, yeah.
And once
I
I
would-
get
I would
my
do-
sword
sure.
back, Yeah, and once I get my sword back, then the tattoo stops working. Or like as long as I have,
No,
as long as my attunement. Sorry, go ahead.
tattoo magic is a huge thing of biomancy, and it's in Lemoore. If you wanted to get something to try to obscure your identity, that would be very, very in their wheelhouse. So yeah.
And then when it's done, you just have to do a cover-up tattoo if you don't want to use that as your attunement slot anymore, and it's gonna just have to be a bad one. Yeah.
So that wouldn't stop Wretch from healing me, though, right? It would be specific to my true name or my identity.
Correct. It would not stop him from healing you, but it would impair.
My ability to innervate you.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a fine trade-off for me, considering why we're in this position.
Yeah.
Or we could kill every single Dominator, and then I can get it covered up, like completely wipe out the Sons of Yin. I'd be okay with that too.
It sounds like we don't have enough time for that right now, so...
Gonna invite them to a dinner party and serve shellfish, and as you know, the Sons of Yin are allergic.
Every last one of them.
Yeah, that's part of the contract.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically attaching like a VPN to your true name.
It's password protected, encoded.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna say is that will take a little bit of time if you wanted to slot that as your first thing.
Yeah, I think that's a necessity. I want to investigate the Sons of Yin.
Well, let's start you with that. So you're gonna try to find a tattoo artist who can do this for you. Let's see here, quick. That's one. Okay. I should have more of these ready. So you are going to find a dwarf female by the name of Io Flintgut.
Hot.
She's a Keligir dwarf with a like a braided soul patch that comes down like really thick, but just right here. It comes down, and she's got an undercut to her hair, and you can see that she's adorned with these tattoos that almost look like embedded rhinestones. And it's she's, you know how tattoo artists tend to like showcase their work on themselves. All sorts of colors that bedeck a little on her face, but it gets really heavy on her neck and on her arms. She asks you what you're looking for in your tattoo here, and you describe to her basically, you know, that you're looking for something that's going to obscure your identity. And she warns you that doing so will make it feel like people will never truly know you. but you will also be someone that's kind of hard to remember. And in doing so, people will have only a vague sense, or have a dampened sense of who you are. What this will do will give you true names given will only last a day when you willfully give out your true name. So if you tell someone again your true name, they'll still be able to use it against you, but it'll erode away within a day. Additionally, your cool is increased by 1.
So cool right now.
But so is your leadership. So your leadership is decreased by 1.
I won't follow that man. I don't know him.
I barely knew him to begin with.
You don't even speak the same language. We're just violent towards the same people.
So the way that the tattoo is made is that your blood is drained into a powder of crushed gemstones, and that gemstone material is then into you.
Ouch.
So like the Islander tattoo style and whatnot. It's kind of similar to that. It will take 2 days, and it'll cost 1 platinum. And you can decide where you would like the tattoo to be and what color it is, as long as you pick a popular gemstone of some sort, so like sapphires or rubies or something like that. That's ground down for that.
Okay. So
Do you even have money?
Yes, I have quite a bit of money thanks to you. Yeah, I think I would have it because I'm from Denort. I think it'll be sapphires, and it's going to be like a hurricane spiral, and it'll be over my heart.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
So as Ilya is doing these tattoos, and you put tattoo for the input and owner, and then just put IO for vehicle and cost 2 days. Emery, can you give me a knowledge people check?
Yeah.
As you're using your intelligence, I assume, to pick up books and categorize them and deduce which books are missing.
All right, so if I guess I'll decide to help her then, just in the aspect of helping her collect books faster and get piles of books and stuff moved around and organized.
Okay. So you can give me an athletics check.
2 success.
I
3
carry
advantage.
all the books.
2 success, 3 advantage.
My cheat. There it is.
Yep.
The size matter?
No. In fact, it makes it worse.
Well, you can't do size matters versus books.
Your ogre hands are like scrunching bindings, man.
Don't you dare! In the Wheel of Time, the Ogier is the one who's writing the book.
Yeah, and see how long it takes him?
It's so long. Thousands of pages.
4 and 3 on my athletics.
Okay, so because you got 4 success, I'm going to allow Sarah to turn up to 4 of her advantage into successes. So basically you get 5 success.
Yep.
So the minimum cost would have been, sorry, the maximum cost would have been 5 days. I want to say this reduces it down to the minimum cost of 1 day, and no money to do this. You guys might want to figure out
Oh shit!
how much money you have total, because that stuff's gonna start getting spent.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. How much does it cost?
That was no money. It was just 1
Okay.
day. And I would like to know at this point what Wretch is doing. I'm assuming he's going to go and find an investigator to start pursuing things.
Yeah.
Okay. So going about the streets and asking around for who could do this sort of work, you've developed a good relationship with the Flotsam, and they point you to someone by the name of Milgra, who has done a lot of work for both the people of the city and also, unsavory types, for all walks of life. And so you meet Milgra in a tavern to discuss kind of what you would like them to be working on. And I just pulled up a picture of Milgra. Milgra is a androgynous goblin who looks. They look like they have like no emotions. It seemingly enough.
I've never tried to picture an androgynous goblin. How does that work?
Right? They cloak themselves in indigo, well-made fabric, but with no adornishments to it, in this kind of capri-like cut. And they really seem like someone who could fit in amongst the lowest of the low and the dirtiest of places, but also because of the quality of the garb and stuff like that, you can see them walking around in the nicer areas of town too. Very, very wiry and unassuming. What do you say to them?
I hear you're good at finding people.
People, missing objects, dead things, information. If you want it, I can find it as long as it exists.
I need an object that a person took, and I will provide the closest description that Ilya gave me of the person that was messing with him.
Okay, so you're going to use the investigator as your vehicle, and you're going to use find Daniel as the input.
Yeah, because he had the sword, so he'd know who he sold it to.
Sure.
At least that's the hope.
Go ahead and put copy and paste Milgra, the investigator, into the vehicle and Daniel into the input.
Okay.
And then give me a streetwise, or I will allow a negotiation check.
I'll do streetwise.
Streetwise is based off of cunning.
Yep. I got 1 and 1.
Okay. So you can reduce the duration that this will take by 1, or you can reduce the cost by 1. It's currently it'll take 5 days and 10 gold.
Money's not a problem. Time is. Reduce the time.
Okay. So go ahead and put in 4 days and
1 day. Oh, 4 days, 9 gold. Got it. Okay.
All right.
Oh, somebody's filling it in. Hey.
So
thank you, whoever.
So the first day passes. So days total will go up to 1. And Emery and Nash are now available. They've got the missing books cataloged and are ready to figure out what to make of all of these books. What would you guys like?
It was
to do
not.
with the
Sorry,
missing
it was
books?
9 gold. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. It's moving too fast.
I have a question. I know that you had said something about the, other things that we were trying to figure out with the, all the hunger stuff and, like, potentially, were you saying some of these things might, like, also take
So some of that
time?
So if people need to get you ingredients, that might take time. So if you take this entire time focusing on the Sons of Eden investigation,
Sure.
and then go ask those people to do other stuff,
Right.
it might be a problem.
Okay. Yeah, maybe would anyone mind if doing that, or if I don't know, like, since I think the books are kind of like a knowledge tech based thing, I feel like I'm best suited to that, but I also don't want to, like, make the other stuff like fall super far behind or something.
Yeah, there were.
That
I
seems
think-
like a good use of your time.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the highest int in the group, and that's what the Sons of Yin were really there for.
Okay.
The third thing that I forgot to mention, so there was the Diala, there was Shuttlecorp, but there was also going to talk to the Blades. Sorry, the Bushman Farms about the issues with the Blades of Azralan running amok and wanting to get them secured some help. So with that also being time sensitive, that might be also something that wants to be you guys might want to accomplish in this time.
Is anyone willing to progress some of those ones?
My investigator is going to take a little while, but like I don't need to be doing anything with the investigator.
Each of those meetings will take 1 day to accomplish, and then they'll run themselves depending on how it's going, right? Like,
Okay.
but those meetings each take a day to do.
Well, I could talk to Diala and then go back to the missing books after that if people are okay with that. I just,
Yeah.
So Emery's going to go and talk to Dial.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Bull, what would you like to do? Or Nash?
Alright, so we finished the book. She's going to talk. Is anybody currently using Friendly?
No.
No. Okay. While hopefully the bodies are still around, I would like to use Friendly's network to investigate the dead infiltrators to see if we can find any info on their corpses, like notes, insignia, stuff like that.
Okay. Give me a streetwise check as you and Friendly try to send out his pigeons and all that to the to the corners of the cities, so to speak, to figure out if anyone knows anything about the dead infiltrators.
By the way, I think you have the vehicle and the input backwards.
Oh, you're right. Not bad.
Main quest.
Oh boy.
It's not really.
Ooh. 3 success.
3 success. Okay, so you can reduce the time by 3 or the cost by 3, but it is 5 days and 10 gold base.
So let's reduce the time.
Okay. So 2 days, 10 gold.
Pull out my 10 gold.
Meanwhile, Emery, do you send off a letter to Diala to invite her to the tower, or do you want to go and meet up with Diala in her quarters?
Go to her quarters.
Okay.
Say that feels most polite. Given how we've met with her in the past.
Yeah. Do you go by day, by night, knowing that the place is a bit of a party plaza in the later hours?
I would like to go at an off time that seems like she would still be awake. You know what I mean?
So like right at the end, so to speak.
I would say like at the beginning, like like her morning, right? So like what 5 p.m. is probably actually quiet for her, like like.
Yeah, absolutely. You're led in to the what's it called?
I promise I won't go on a party bender this time, guys. I learned my
All right.
lesson. I just bump into Daniel as I'm. Oh, there he is.
Oh, my bad. Here though.
All right, guys, we're in a very important part of our mission. Either we need to save a dying god or find Ilya's sword. And Emery's like, right, I'm going to read books and party.
Yeah. Yep. Look, man. I'm helping. Girl's gotta live.
You go into the Curtain Gods. Sorry, the Oradon, which is Diala's club, effectively the temple to Ada and Raji. And inside right now, with the being still light out, she's got special windows that are opened up to reflect the light into the space, to bedazzle anyone who enters. You are led off to a different floor where there are large tables set out, and she's actually eating with by her lonesome at this moment. And I actually have so you come across Diala with her jet black skin and her bright white eyes. Her dreads shocked white as well, pulled back beneath a tricorn hat that has seen many turns. She sits there and she is eating finger food that is rather Cajun in quality here, or in
Type.
Yeah, whatever. She goes, "Ooh, party girl, you've come for another night of fun, have you?"
Well, actually, no, although it was very fun last time, so thank you. Unfortunately, this is about, some business this time.
Business? That is not a thing I do in this place. But I can see to your heart at the matters, girl. Oh, yes. Some things have gone full circle, huh?
A bit, yes. There's something awful going on in the forest. Have we even told her? I can't remember. If not, I give her a brief, little,
Yeah.
synopsis of what's going on with Cinder. And, well, we've learned a way to fix it and try to cure him, but, of course, how these things go, one of the ingredients that might help just so happens to be, well, the Weeping Willow, Tears of a Weeping Willow, which I know we procured for you in exchange, but I wasn't sure if perhaps you still had any left.
I was curious for you when you come down here to Tumdanarl. I wasn't sure you had what it took, especially with your brother nagging at your tail coats. But it is so charming to see that heart of yours is still so moist. Yes, you
Ugh.
weep for what is going on in the woodlands. You'll find Diala is a friend of yours. Yes. It is almost like safekeeping is why I cooked these tears, so they would not be a blight but be a salve to your ails. And yet, a long time, and many variables could have changed the times from then till now. It is almost as if Ada himself be looking upon us, hoping his favor comes so full circle. I have to say though, Bizanast is not my speciality, and it kind of curls me on inside. You dancing the way you did is softened me heart, and I think that I can part with me pot of gold. At least I won't rake one from you, huh? So, back in the day, she asked you to party.
Mm-hmm.
Partying for her actually comes in to some really important effects now. So let me just go to my negotiation spot here.
It helped, guys. Partying is good. It's what heroes do.
Partying is good, is what heroes do. That's right. Why do I keep mucking things up? Here we go, negotiation. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So, she was going to charge you 10 platinum for the Tears of this, the Weeping Willow.
Okay.
But as you partied, you gained favor or gratitude.
Uh-huh.
And that gratitude, for every 10 that you earned, it cut the price in half.
Okay.
You now, because of how much gratitude that you earned, only owe her 63 gold.
Oh my god.
Because you halved it, and then halved it, and then halved it, and then halved it. I don't know how many times it is, but I did the math and put it in here.
Oh my god. See, partying helped.
However, so it's 62 gold from Diala, but you got to do a formidable presence check, and the cost is increased or decreased by success or failure. So,
what check?
presence. So you can use charm or negotiation.
Oh, I'll use charm. A triumph, a success, and 2 advantage.
Okay, so it's going to be 72 gold. I rolled for failure.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, you said 70?
72 gold.
72, okay. Yeah, I mean, no, of course I'm paying it. That's great. Thank you, Diala, so much. You have no idea how much good this is gonna do out there.
Oh, I'm thinking I do know. But that's okay. You go save the world now, huh?
I'm gonna give her a hug and run away.
She goes, my food! And she smiles and goes, she grabs a chunk of lobster there, and she goes, feed one to the big boy for me, huh?
Alright.
Tell her Raji remembers his friends.
Cute.
We have coins of the dual god, don't we?
Yes, you do.
When we took care of Bilchester.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I have just been kind of keeping a sheet that, like, is just crossing off the things that we do have. I actually haven't been putting these in our inventory.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, I've got a list of what we've got, but kind of off to the side. Anyway.
The question about the tattoo. It increases my cool by 1 and decreases my leadership by 1. So is that the aid against the magic checks, or is the cool something that, like, that's just an after effect of its ability to cover my true name?
It's an after effect.
Okay.
Yeah. So the full effects are your true name only lasts a day. Where was that? Your identity feels obscured. People feel like they never truly know you, but you're also unmemorable, and it dampens the sense of who you are, not for yourself, but like from others. Additionally, your cool is increased by 1, and leadership decreases by 1.
Okay. So. Okay. Thank you.
Put in there, naming magic is costs. Naming magic is triple upgraded in difficulty against you. That way, you have a concrete thing that you can go off of, other than just your true names. True name only lasts a day. I would just, even for true name, just put compulsive magic. That might even help you a little bit more on, like, knowing if a succubus is affecting you, that sort of stuff. It should help with all of those.
Trust me, Ilya doesn't need any help with those succubuses. He does just fine.
Succubuses. Okay. So, Emery succeeds in her endeavors. Meanwhile, Nash is doing his thing. So, second day is complete. And Ilya is now done, and Emery is now available as well.
I'll do the book thing now. I'll
Okay.
get back on track. But hey, I did a main quest thing. That's neat.
Yeah. So you'd like to take the books and figure out what you can about them from Thankful.
I'm gonna just do prep missing books. NA for the first one. Sorry. And now it's actually doing the thing, right? So that was day 2.
That was day 2. So you're into day 3. So at this point, no one should have any strain on them. Everyone should be at least healed 4 damage in the last couple of days.
Sure. Okay.
And don't forget that because of your tower, everyone gets a boost die on all of their checks.
And Wretch, you're wrapped up with your investigator still? That's how that works?
Yep.
Investigator should have only taken me a day, and then they're out working. I'm free, and someone wanted me to talk to someone. I'm forgetting their name now, but one of us had to go talk to group.
There's Shuttlecorp for the saliva of a black dragon, and then there's Bushman Farms that Nash wanted to talk to because he's worried about the Blades of Azralan screwing with the Buckums and all of those folks out in the.
That does sound like something Wretch would give a shit about. It was not what we had talked about earlier, but this the Buckums would be pretty high on my list because, yeah, I feel like Nash and I were talking about that not that long ago, and didn't he pay someone to go like check on them?
So he paid some people to help out with that, and he did get Ida Spark and Gem to work out a relationship with Patty O'Fleury, who's part of the Bushman Farms, to go in and check in on the Buckums, and basically start a relationship with Drayden, who had basically commandeered the force out there. Drayden also kind of works for Friendly in a very obscure way. They're part of the same group. It's not a direct report. I am going to say, so I was intending, mechanically speaking, for you to be preoccupied with each of these investigators for this time. But what I will say is, if you want, Milga can work on their own if you pay them. But I'm going to double the cost of that interaction then. So
I can work with them. It's not a big deal. I didn't have it mentally slotted that I'd be talking to them. I kind of thought it was just like, all right, the hounds are on the loose. I will wait to hear from them.
Yeah, I get it's kind of awkward with the days and stuff like that. It just mechanically gets weird if I have you guys start hitting start on a bunch of different things and not like tracking where those are going and stuff.
I accept under one condition, and it's that I am bothering them a lot more than they should be bothered, and it's just like, find anything? You find anything?
Yeah.
You find anything?
Yep. And I imagine that they're checking in on you and stuff like that, and then that you're like, well, how do we, we're like, do we cut the faces off of these dudes? Do we carry the bodies around? Like there's a bunch of things like that too. So, okay. So Wretch is gonna stick hanging out with the Milgra, the investigator. I don't see that on the list of. Oh, he put Milgra, the investigator, as the input, not the vehicle.
Oh, that was I keep getting it backwards. I'm sorry. I typed that.
No problem.
It's because the vehicle's second.
Just swap the columns.
Yeah.
Okay. So day 2 completes. Day 3 is. Let's see here. I guess move some things around. Now I'm confused.
You just said move it.
No, sorry. I'm just trying to grasp where everyone is. On day 3, who becomes available? You guys all each know what you're working on.
I'm still busy, so
I believe Ilya is now available, and Emery's available. No, Emery started.
I think I would be available. Mine only lasted 2 days.
Yep.
You did one thing day 1 with helping me, and then you had something that takes 2 days.
Yeah, he said day 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so we're starting day 3. And Emery, I do need you to give me a knowledge people check.
Okay.
And the thankless ones don't cost money.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. So this will take 3 days.
Where am I typing the 3? It's not there. Okay.
So Ilya is available to do something. Nash has 1 more day on Friendly's network because he spent his first day helping out Emery with the books.
Oh, right. I was thinking end of 3 days, not beginning of 3rd day.
So the 3rd day, Ilya, what would you like to do?
Now that I have tattoos, we don't really know anything about the Sons of Yin.
No. Also, Vigor Mortis is unique to you. You're the one with Vigor Mortis as a contact through Lonsol, the Dread Pipe.
Oh, right.
So if you wanted to send information to him and up that way, actually, you also know Vigor Mortis. You stopped in and asked them more information on your prequel.
Yes, I am aware of them, but I didn't work for them. I just
correct
met them. Yeah, so I can probably ask them about the about the Sons of Yin.
Certainly
Point
can.
us in the right direction.
So go ahead and put Sons of Yin as the input. Put Vigor Mortis as the vehicle and yourself as the owner. And then I will allow a leadership, negotiation, or a streetwise check on this.
Be the same either way. I'm gonna do streetwise. And I get a boost die with that?
Yep. Because you guys are sleeping in your towers.
Wow, 1 and 4.
Okay. So you can reduce the time it takes from 5 days to 4 days, or the cost it takes from 10 gold to 9 gold.
I'm just gonna reduce the time.
Okay.
So 4 days?
Yep. So now we're at the start of day 4 then. Who's available?
Not me.
Now I'm available.
Okay. Nash, what would you like to do?
Was there any outcome to what I did?
Oh, yes, thank you. So you were doing Nash is here. Friendlies Network, the Dead Infiltrators. Yep. So, Nash tries to see if he can get any information about the Dead Infiltrators. Corbin, knock it off, dude. But it turns out that they're just local people. There's not any information that he can send out into his network that's like, oh, this guy's a lord of this, or this guy is known to be in this cult. As far as the infiltrators go, it's a bit of a dud on Friendly's network.
Bummer.
Can I do Friendly's network again with the Dominators?
Yes, you can. And then just give me either a leadership, charm, streetwise, or knowledge people check.
Alright, just filling in the boxes real quick. I'm sorry, what were my options?
Leadership, charm, streetwise, or knowledge people.
Here's my charm. Okay, so my leadership is actually the best option. So I will attempt leadership. If I were to spend a story point, does that give me a boost or an upgrade?
A story point upgrades it. Done.
Alright, so I'll spend one of my points to upgrade this check.
Okay.
Oh, and the boost for good sleeping. 2 and 1.
Okay, so you can reduce. It's 5 days, 10 gold. Reduce 2 from however you want to cut it.
So I will reduce it to 3 days, 10 gold.
Okay. All right. Then it's day 5. Who's available?
I'm back in action.
All right.
So, what
you
did
get
she
the
find?
results Of yep. So Milgra, Daniel. So Milgra mentions that they managed to get into the records at the bank and found that there was payroll info for a clerk with the Harvesters that works for the bargaining director, the same one that signed off on payments for the for the like the Biomantic Ops group. So with that, let me just pull. So what you've discovered is that Daniel is a real person and a real name for someone who works at the Harvesters.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
No new inputs.
Also, a question, Josh. Can I willingly pay more for an investigation to, like, I don't know if it's got predetermined outcomes or not.
I'm gonna say
Or
no. That might make things a little loosey goosey from what I've built into here.
Okay.
Okay. What would you like to do next, Rich?
So I guess I'll go talk to the harvesters.
Okay, so for me, I'm trying to run this like investigation puzzle thing. If you'd like to
Yep.
go off and do that, that's not going to be part of this. Just so you know.
So you can't follow that lead right now.
Correct, right. So like what I'm trying to say is that like through inputs and outputs into here, like you didn't get like harvesters as an output to be able to put back into an investigation thing.
Sure.
And I would like this to be like a puzzle, and I know that you guys have free agency as players to run off and do other things, kind of like doing the Diala stuff and whatnot. But for the purposes of the investigation, if you guys want to like a concrete way of finding an answer, we can go this route, but it's going to be kind of free ball, loosen it to just go off and like go investigate the harvesters or something like that. So you can do that. I just don't have like a structured way to do that, and it might go into a spiral into some other stuff.
Okay. I guess I'll ask Milgro. They said they've also found items before. If they know of any markets that would like traffic in incredibly rare weapons.
Okay. To reiterate, I'm trying to make a mini game inside here where you use these inputs and these vehicles to come out with outputs.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys would like to go away from that, that's okay, but it does go away from this, and that makes it really hard for me.
I get it. I'm just having a hard time thinking what Wretch would do, where it's like you get this information and then it'd be weird for him to be like, I'm going to go make a pizza. And it's like, well, wouldn't he want to... He's trying to find this sword, and he got information, so it's like...
Dead Dominators are still an option.
I'm currently working on the Dead Dominators, but he can search it with a different vehicle.
Dead Dominators aren't an option right now.
The Dead Dominators are. You can run them through other groups. Like, you can run each thing, can go through each vehicle.
Okay, I'll have the investigator... Why is chemo in the inputs? I guess I'm a little missing on that one.
Because Chemo was established to be a member of the Sons of Yin. So,
okay.
Backtracking onto that might get more information. Depending on who you run it through. There are certain things that would not make sense to do. Like, just to throw one out there, I probably wouldn't run Chemo through the Lemoore subject matter experts. Like, that's a dead lead.
So, like, but like, is running Daniel through the Lemoore City Smees kind of like what Austin's hoping to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he might be able to run the...
Like,
yeah, he might be able to take Daniel, the name Daniel, and run it through the city to see if he finds more information on Daniel.
Because, like, it's like, okay, like, can we effectively see that as, like, kind of like, okay, did Daniel is Daniel, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's meant to be a
So the
puzzle,
vehicle-
so there's it's gonna be like trying to figure out where those can go and where they don't.
Okay, I'll use the vehicle Lamore and input Daniel. How long
Okay.
will that take?
Give me a streetwise check. And then so it's 5 days, 10 gold, and to see what you can come up with that.
01.
0 and 1, so it's 5 days and 10 gold. Okay. So while you're doing that, next day, is anyone else available now?
I am now.
Okay. So
Okay.
you ran the books through
Yeah.
Thankla.
Yeah.
So you discover that the books cover a large breadth of missing information. But there seems to be a few themes. They took all the books with the oldest references, prehistory tales and myths. Right?
Okay.
They took info about the Perverse, which is the place outside of the planet.
Okay.
One set of books that is missing is The Fall of Two Nations, The Flagellation of Mankin. And it is written by a master scribe of the dwarves by the name of Naslin Goldenwell. And that name is a new potential input.
Oh. Cool.
So you might be able to look more into those missing books, figure out if there's something in those books that they were looking for in particular, etc.
Like you're saying, like, grab a vehicle and then look at the books more, or these new books? You're
Yeah,
saying?
you can look into Naslin Goldenwell's books specifically to see if you can find other copies of them, that sort of thing.
Okay. Did you have a thing to copy paste in here, or should I summarize the?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yep.
like, I can write what you just said, but if you have it, okay.
Yep. Oh, that's not in the right spot. Sorry.
That's okay.
Can you fix it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Nobody look! Nobody look!
Okay, now it's two things up.
So a couple of things. There's like a lot of hidden information in there, but I'll say, like, for instance, the fact that the author is a master scribe of the dwarves
Mhm.
might be a hint about where you might need to go.
Sure.
And in this particular case, what I mean by that is that you guys live really close to a lot of master scribes. For instance, the work that just happens to Ilya, the super special tattoos, is
Right.
only because of the area of the world you're in right now.
Right. So if I could that be considered like Lamore City Shmeesh? Then
Yep, subject matter experts would be like
Shmeesh.
the local bookstores and
Right.
librarians and the dwarves and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, then I will ask around town, so to speak, about this Naslin
Okay.
Goldenwell's books.
That will be another streetwise check.
Streetwise, huh?
Yeah, because it's you being able to find the right author,
Yeah,
find the
nope,
book
that
place.
makes complete sense.
You're beating the street.
Only one and
You're making
one.
it your bitch.
Okay. So reduce it by 10 gold or reduce the 10 gold of the 1 day.
1 day. So it's 4 days, 10 gold. I will pay you 10 gold. We are draining these coffers dry, boys.
Just let me know if you need more money. Because apparently I'm the only one that ever picked up money.
Well, I had in parentheses, like I had gold that was stored on your thing, I think. But
Yeah, and
I-
we moved the Beast of Burden to the tower. It didn't happen in game, but that happened.
yeah, so I'm spending from there, but
According to my inventory, there wasn't any money on him, though, unless it was in your notes.
it's in my notes in parentheses. So I'm covering it on my end. But okay.
Okay. So, day 7 begins. Anyone available? Or is everyone busy?
Busy.
Started.
Okay.
6.
If everyone is busy, I'll move on to day 8.
This is the wrong spot. Okay.
So now I'm free.
Okay. Is anyone else free right now? Or is it just Nash?
I think Ilya should be.
Wait. So my thing started on day 3. Took 4 days, so I should be free now.
Yeah,
Should
you
have
should have
been
day earlier.
free yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll back up.
For the rest of it.
Sons of Yin through the Vigor Mortis. Sons of Yin, Vigor Mortis. Okay. Also, one thing, not everything comes up with other extra names because otherwise it makes it actually harder for you guys. The more
Sure.
inputs, because it exponentially blossoms out of control. You find out that the Sons of Yin through Vigor Mortis, they're familiar with the Sons of Yin operating out of Holden Ford and in the north. The group appears to be particularly invested in embalming and phylacteries, which would be the process of preserving one's soul in their body or in some other vessel. And they have a particular distaste for Black Phillip, the goat god of death. So I've got that information here, and I'm going to put that into Sons of Yin. Here. Oh, yeah. Okay. What would you like to start doing now?
Well, I think what I need to know now is where the quote unquote Daniel went. What the Sons of Yin might be doing in Lamore. So I were to investigate the Sons of Yin again through subject matter experts, would that make sense? Is that like local knowledge or?
So yeah, it's local knowledge is the subject matter experts. Lamar SMEs, yeah. So are you saying do Sons of Yin through the local SMEs?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and put that in there and give me a streetwise check.
Two and one.
Okay. Go ahead and reduce the time or the cost by 2.
Okay, so that's 3 days and 10 gold.
Yep. And then I'll move on to day 8.
Now that frees me up.
Okay. You are doing, let's see, Nash, the Dead Dominators through Friendly's Network. Dead Dominators, Friendly's Network. Okay, here. Bringing the Dead Dominators through Friendly's Network, you find out that the two dead dominators are petty articles of aristocracy and current money. Of aristocracy and current money, and they remind you of the old Reeve estate and Einval Abish cult group. The books from that group could be quite valuable. Additionally, the names of the individuals you come up with are Paxton Kin Hud and Armina Kin White, and that is a new input as well. So I got a couple of things to expand on here in just a moment. But first I gotta copy and paste this over to Nash, what he learned. So that's that there. So you earned the new vehicle here. Sorry, you earned the new input here of Paxton and Armina in town. Additionally, where is it?
Alright, I'm trying to play with your format.
Additionally, the name, like as I mentioned, Einval Abish was name dropped. As you guys remember, Einval was up to a lot of shenanigans, and his family was in cahoots with other families, such as the Reeves and other petty nobles in the local area.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
It could be that you have access to information that might be valuable if only it was looked into.
Hey.
Yep. So I'm gonna turn that into Milgra, and then Paxton and Armina.
Okay, you're going to use the vehicle of Milgra to investigate Paxton and Armina. Okay.
Yes.
All right, and then whenever you're ready, you can give me a streetwise check. So, so at any point, if you would like to, you can interact with the Vellum-bound whispers. I'm going to say anyone can, but obviously it's pointed towards more Emery than anyone else.
I'm not allowed to touch that. Wretch said so.
Yeah, Wretch has the books.
I do have the books. You can come find me.
Nash, did you get a streetwise roll?
Yeah, 2 and 2.
Okay, so go ahead and reduce any of the 15 by 2, however you want to put it.
So that's not like I'm putting
Any of the 15?
10 gold, 5
Oh,
days.
15 points?
Sorry,
Okay.
Yeah. It's the same check pretty much every time. But this, like, the Vellum-bound Whispers thing is going to take time, but not money.
Somebody keeps moving stuff.
I'm sorry. It's me.
Ilya, is yours still the same days and stuff? Because that's the one that I ended up typing into.
Hold on. Should be 3 days and 10 gold.
Okay.
Oh no! There goes the thing.
I'm done.
Austin, good job doing the ends day blank thing, or whoever started that. That was a great choice.
I started doing that
All right, Nash.
because
I'll give you credit.
I didn't trust myself to remember what days I activate and deactivate.
Yeah.
Well, it's the next day. Is anyone available on day 9?
Wait. I think I should be available. Yes,
Okay.
because that's how we're doing. Yeah.
So you asked about Noslin Goldenwell's books in
Mhm.
Lemoore.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what that brought up. So in those books is a yep, sorry. It's almost in the wrong spot. In those books, you get a story hundreds of years ago of someone by the name of Doter Barleythorn, who was a big hero back in the day. This was in the time of Morgaine, a dragon that was just destroying and wreaking havoc in all of Utica, which is now known as the Old World. They did not know what they do. They could not stop this thing. And in fact, the Cloud Knights, the Griffin Riders from Arlington, were even smoked down to the very last one of them. And Doter Barleythorn was in the chapel to Lady Marrow. And a figure approached them and told them how they could kill Morgaine. There's also a story in here of an even older time. Back in this is the period known as the Flagellation, hence the book titles. Mm-hmm. And there was a horrible war against the Yaogai, also known as the Blue Devils these days. Stories these days that are told about these things that to keep kids from leaving the house at night. But there was an epic war, and this is something that only the dwarves have a written history of it, because the dwarves have the longest recorded histories. And they told about that the war was so bad that it bloodied and twisted the woodlands at the border with Shakjala, which was the territory to the south that the Yaogai came from. You get that this is probably a kind of like a formation story of Carnation and how Carnation came to be.
Sure.
That being said, though, during the wrath of the gods, because that's what it was said, is that the very gods themselves intervened on the behalf of Utica to smite these Blue Devils. But for some reason, some of the Blue Devils were ferreted through the border and they found sanctuary from the light and the eyes of the gods in the other lands of Mankin. So from this, you get Lady Marrow as an input.
Okay.
And this was Noswell's books through Lemoore.
I think the E is supposed to be there.
Do note that taking all of the books through Lemoore is different than taking Noswell's books through Lemoore.
Yep.
Other books is like that.
Yep. You said Lady Marrow is now another thing we can push through.
Yep.
Okay.
And for those of you who are part of the Deadhurst Heights campaign, Morgaine is the dragon from that quest line that you guys dreamed of, that you fought. That was that people were worried it was coming back from the dead all of that sort of stuff.
Oh, okay. Cool. I know. I have a problem. I'm not staying focused. Yada yada. What if I did a main quest thing again? Because we still gotta get the saliva of a black dragon. And all this other stuff's taking a lot of time. You guys open to that?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
If you're okay with me diverting to the main quest stuff to see if we can get like Chettle Corp or R&D6 to get us that last component we need.
Yeah.
You do you.
Should take a day to start it. So
what is? I'm sorry to make you answer this. I know it's probably somewhere else in your notes, but what is our like standing with Chettle Corp and with R&D6 right now?
Second.
Actually, Friendly said
I
he
have it right here.
bought R&D6 or whatever. Like
He bought R&D6, not A and B.
oh, I'm sorry.
R&D6 was owned by A and B.
Okay.
Yeah. He didn't buy one of the major powers in the entire city.
No, but he
Just bought the property.
Yeah. Yep.
So right now you're at 50 gratitude with Chettle Corp.
Okay, and they're the people who have like lots of components, right?
They're the ones who are who procure components for all of the other scientific companies.
Okay.
That's their whole thing.
Quest. So that's what I'm going after.
Okay. Well, I've got a follow-up question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So at Chettle Corp, you could talk to several different people.
Mm-hmm.
The taxonomer is the CEO, Simeon Lavach. So they're the ones that are the ones who like categorize what's what and whatnot, like the bestiaries and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The finance, there's a finance person as well, Linda Alquine.
Okay.
And there is a foreign affairs person named Jerome Camber.
Okay.
And a facilities person named Parnell Michelle. So depending on who you want to hang out with or try to interact with, I think that the three of like I don't think the facilities person is probably relevant, unless you wanted to try to like barter the property back, say, hey, just so you know, we know about your secrets or something like that. The foreign affairs person would be best if you're like thinking, hey, if we need to go have someone deal with a black dragon for us, you know, like a sapient creature, that could be a whole big deal. If you want to talk money with someone, the finance person, if you want to talk to someone that you're familiar with but might not be the most pertinent, that would be Simeon Lavach.
The finance person.
Finance. All right.
I want to spend some money.
Let's see here. Oh, that's what I'm wrong there. Where are you? There we go. So, oh, cool.
So,
Hey, okay. So do you want to go to Chettle Corp, or do you go have them come here?
I don't know what would be better, I guess.
You
coming
get
here, we
you get some
bonuses.
boost dice for
Yeah, okay. Then
summoning them to the Royal Spire,
Yeah, let's do
but it
that.
costs gratitude to do it. Please, it costs 5 gratitude to.
Okay,
Be
that's
like-
fine because it gives 4 boosts. It looks like.
Yep.
So sure.
Okay. So you send off a message to Linda Alquine saying, "Get over here. We've got a proposal, sort of thing, in a nice way."
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you are greeted by a rather young woman appears to be fair-skinned of Levin blood with a dramatic amount of mechanical enhancements.
Wow. Yeah.
She looks as you meet her, she seems rather bubbly, and goes, "Oh well, if it isn't Emery of the Baleful Four, I just am a big fan."
That's lovely to meet you as well.
And what a wonder of a tower! Thank you for inviting me here. I gotta admit, a bit nervous.
Oh, absolutely no, nothing to be afraid of as long as you don't save the night. Anyway, but you're welcome. Here, please step into our office.
Yeah.
And, so
I have to admit, I did a little bit of my homework before, and you and your compatriots over here, they don't do anything without making it a little dramatic, don't they?
we tend to cause ripples in the water, whether we mean to or not, I guess.
Hope I'm not caught in your web.
Oh, well, we are hoping to look for an opportunity to procure something from you. We can pay good money.
Well, if she goes, well, we certainly wouldn't be in a position to turn down business here at Shuttlecorp. We procurement is our specialty, after all.
All right, so our ask is a bit unusual, but I guess I'll get right down to it. We're hoping to get the saliva of a black dragon.
Oh boy, I can imagine that would be something formidable to get your hands on. I don't know of anyone who's milked a dragon and walked away with it.
Right. Yes, it's I'm sure quite rare, but hoping you guys might be able to procure it.
She kind of goes, of course, not without a substantial investment. I'm sure you understand that doing something like that isn't something that we do every day. And there's not a lot of black dragons out there to work with and that are amiable to dealing with what they consider to be lesser creatures.
Sure. Understood.
We happen to have a relationship with Kilghoul, Owl of Mercy. They always have titles. Up in Yarnadir in the Winterlands. We might be able to work something out with Kilghoul. After all, it is a bit of a quid pro quo relationship already. So, at this point, it's going to cost you 6 platinum and 5 quillets for them to be able to secure this. That being said, gratitude can be spent to reduce either by 1 for every 10 gratitude spent.
Sorry, what was the base thing that you said?
6 platinum and 5 toilets. It will. In this moment, I'm going to have you do a presence check for me, and it's a formidable presence check. And success or failures will increase or decrease the cost by 1 platinum per failure or success. So,
Okay.
Note that when you're
So-
deciding whether or not to spend resources.
Do I spend resources before or after my roll?
It'll be the gratitude you spend just after. It's part of the whole process. So it's
Okay.
like, are you willing to be like ham-fisted to get the price lower, right? And to
Mhm.
use gratitude or what, So
Okay, so I can use a charm check for this or no?
yep.
Okay. And I get 4 boost dice. I only have 2.
You know what? Actually, this will be negotiation.
I was thinking it's probably...
This is going to be hard negotiation for sure.
Okay. I would like to spend a story point to upgrade.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna use my horseshoe to reroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 success, 1 advantage.
Well then, I rolled on 5 dice, 5 threat.
Hey, I love it!
So I'm going to send the 5 threat to reduce your gratitude with them by 5.
Okay.
The cost cannot be reduced by less than 1 platinum, and the time cannot be reduced by less than 2 toilets.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat what you just said?
The cost cannot be reduced to less than 1 platinum.
Okay.
And the time cannot be reduced to less than 2 toilets to procure this.
Okay, and how many can I reduce things by right now?
6.
Okay. I wanted to reduce... Does anybody have any platinum? Because, like, I don't.
I have
8
1 platinum.
Yeah, I think technically I have 2.
I have 1,
I
actually.
have 2.
How much is it gonna cost you?
It will cost up to 6, but I was thinking I have 6 ways to make it cheaper. I was thinking get rid of all of the time, like, so that it's just 1 toilet for us.
It's minimum of 2 toilets.
Or a minimum of 2 toilets, so that would... I can make it cost us 3... Yeah, I can make it 3 platinum. And I can spend 1 of those platinum, but I would need 2 more.
I can spend 1 of mine, I think. Yes?
Okay.
So the only thing is consider what you guys need to buy and what investigation stuff you need to do. That's
Yeah,
the
is
biggest-
this important? Is this important enough to get it that fast or that cheap? Because this is going to cost all of our money if I'm also giving you a platinum.
Well, a toilet is like 40 days.
20 days.
20 days. Okay, 20 days.
Mhm.
So it's already going to be a minimum of 40.
It's already going to be 40 days. Which is why I was trying to drop the time down as much as possible.
So yeah, if you drop the time down to 2 toilets from 5, and
Yeah.
the cost would be 3 platinum,
Right.
you could reduce it by 2 more platinum using gratitude.
Oh, yes! I would like to do that. I didn't realize... Okay, when you said 6, I thought that was combined with everything.
Nope.
Then yes, I will do that. I'll spend my own platinum. So it's just 1 platinum, 2 toilets.
Okay, I just have to go to the negotiation section of my 127 pages of notes. Negotiations. There we go. And we're talking Chettle. So you spent how much gratitude to do that?
I needed to drop it down 2 more.
Okay. You have 20 more gratitude with Chettle at this point.
Okay.
Well, I
day
say
is it
you
today?
drive a hard bargain, but I just want to see you guys succeed. And after all, anyone who's a friend of we'd love to be friends with Cerebrum Sierra and the Baleful Four. Keep that in mind.
Yes, absolutely. More friends is always good. It's been delightful talking to you.
Ciao.
Okay.
Cheers.
Awesome. Okay. Shuttlecorp, securing this for us. We'll take 2 bullets. What day is it?
That took 1 day.
No. But like, do you...
I'm gonna do the math afterward
Okay.
on what day it is.
You'll keep track of when that's coming back to us.
I know what day it was when we started, and I'm gonna take
Yep,
the
that's
days
fine.
that this is gonna take and add it afterward.
Totally fine. I just didn't want it to be one of those things where it's like, you should have been keeping track of that one.
So right now it is day 126 plus, technically speaking here, you guys are, this is 9, so that would be day 135. So we're talking day 175. So I'll put that in my thing here.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. That's a good point, because I didn't think about what day it is in your guys' 9 days or whatever. So that's what you did with your day. I'm going to move on to day 10.
I'm alive.
I know Emery's also available. So, what did Wretch get from Daniel in Lemoore? So what you learned was that with the description of Daniel, anyone who was, and a little bit of talking with Nash, you hear a little bit about like these couple other characters and what their names were and whatnot, and kind of throwing some around that a little bit. Anyone who recognized the name Daniel as someone that they would have hung out with, he's missing. He has not been seen in town for about 10 days.
Oh, hey.
Sounds
Damn.
awfully suspicious / guilty.
This
Mhm.
person
really help us, I don't
probably got murdered, had their identity stolen.
No, I think he's really Daniel, bro. That's an evil guy name.
I don't
Yeah,
think
do you
it
know
is.
anybody good named Daniel?
Okay, so
Daniel
it is
Craig.
7:30. We started at 5:30. So if we're sticking to 3-hour sessions, we'll be done at 8:30. Did anyone need to take a 10-minute break?
Yeah.
I can take it or leave it, because I can just walk away and do whatever whenever.
All right, I heard a yeah. So we're gonna take 10 minutes here to refresh some drinks and all that stuff. Okay.
I'm back when anybody else is.
I'm not alone anymore.
Yay! Hey.
Okay.
Nash is upside down.
Oh boy. What has happened? Who did this?
Mhm.
Who did what?
Flipped you around.
Oh, it definitely wasn't me.
Awfully suspicious.
Well, now I'm confused.
The 10 gold is equivalent to 1 platinum, right?
Is it 100?
No, it's 100.
Okay, so 100 gold is 1 platinum, and 1. Okay. So the 10 gold we've been spending, is that 100 silver or 1,000 silver?
I think it's
It'll
all
be
of it.
1,000
1,000?
silver.
Okay.
It's 100
And
and
then
100.
1 plat.
It's 100, 100. So 100 silvers and 100 gold, right? And then
Yep.
there's 100 gold and 100.
10,000 silver and a platinum.
Okay. And 100 silver and a gold?
Yeah.
100 silver turns into 100 gold. 100 gold turns into 100 platinum. 100 platinum turns into an emerald.
Okay. 10. Oh. Okay, I'm not as broke as I thought I was.
That helps.
Oh, spooked me.
All right. Sounds like everyone's back.
Yep.
Day 10.
Yep.
So it looks like I got 2 people. Emery's ready to go. And Ilya learned some about the sense of yin through Lemore. Yes.
I just learned some stuff, so I need to do a new thing today, I believe.
Oh, okay. 1 second. So Ilya goes around town. Oh, sorry. One thing that, sorry, you're right. So before we get started on that, the other thing that you learned, Wretch, is that not only is Daniel missing, but not showing up for work. So Chettle acknowledges Daniel works for them. He's not showing up for work. So it doesn't really add much, but that was the whole like you talking to Chettle about Daniel. So like it was built in there somewhere. Anyways,
Okay.
What would you like to do?
So I know this guy hasn't been showing up for work. Thinking.
If you want to
Input.
look into the book that you have on you, you can, but you don't have to.
You have 3 books on you. You can peruse them yourself, give them to Emery to peruse, or you can try to stuff them into, like, fit them up to put them into Thankla.
Has anybody came and contacted me about the books? Because the ones I have, I don't think Reg knows they're important to our current quest. I just think I have like the ones that are evil.
I would imagine that you guys are all talking at dinner and stuff like that and sharing all this information together.
And if Emery's going to go over the books, I'll probably be there as like a responsible adult.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So if you want me to work with Emery and peruse the books?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it. You don't have to. I just
That's fine.
know that.
Okay. So then that would be like vehicle Naslin Goldenwell's books?
Vellum Bound Whispers.
Okay.
Okay, so those can count as the input, right?
Input, like, the input is those, and
Okay.
you guys are just doing it yourself, so there doesn't really need anything there.
Oh, so it's not a thing that's... Okay.
Yeah, because you're just literally going through the books yourselves.
Yeah, okay.
Full disclosure, I was supposed to put the Einval stuff moved up one, so you guys got it a little early, but that's on me. Nash is going to learn some stuff soon that would have got you there. So there are 3 books in the Vellum Bound Whispers.
Mm-hmm.
There is the book called The Greater Wills and Where to Find Them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's the book called Proprieties of Supplication. And lastly, there is a book with the vague semblance of a Trinity knot. And the Trinity knot is a solid Trinity knot on one side. It looks like the top part of the Trinity knot was drawn in and then smudgily erased. And the third piece of the Trinity knot is missing. But you looking at it, you feel it's implied.
Interesting. Okay. So you're gonna let me look at this again, try to figure it out?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. Here we go. We're gonna look at the one that's the most ominous. The one without a name. It's always the trouble.
Okay. Again, as you hold these books, you feel the sense of Emendaja falling onto you. Can you read the description of those books, like mechanical description?
I don't have them.
You should have the Vellum Bound Whispers as a item.
I don't.
Oh, does Wretch have it now?
Let's see if I have what you're talking about written down, like up that way.
All right, I got it right here. So,
Okay, I have Vellum Whispers, but I don't have the description. It's in like my big inventory paragraph.
Okay. I will do.
I do have a spell tome of fire that was apparently from this place.
Yes, you do. So I just put it back into your thing.
What?
Sorry, I put it in the Discord chat.
Right where it belongs. Got it. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in my notebook again.
Sorry, no. Sorry. Don't itch there. So it says the book gives you upgrades to knowledge dark checks for every 10 minutes you spend looking at it. However, after the check, you must make an equivalent cool/discipline check to not have a nervous breakdown. And the amount of failure could be for 1 round, 1 minute, 1 day, 1 hour, or 1 day. Sorry, that's each failure. It progressively gets worse.
Okay.
Anyways, so looking into these books, the reason why I brought that up is that it makes you feel like terrified. You feel Emendaja as you peel back the vellum pages made from the skins of who knows what. And these books talk about the creation of all things indwelling. And the god Baya, who's known as one of the greatest artists of all time. It discusses that Baya is kind of the god of gods. Underneath him, all other artists worked together to create the world known as the oeuvre. It's the physical world and the intangible animation, the potentia, and infused it to create this great tapestry. There is, however, 2 other gods that are deemed to be just as important as Baya. And these are called together the Trinity gods. Baya being the creator of all things and the god of design and creation. Then there's Emendaja. So this is a bit peculiar because you've always heard of Emendaja being referred to as an effect. It's the feeling of something around the corner, something's watching you, those sorts of things. But here they describe Emendaja as the god of the unknown, the shepherd, and the guardian of forbidden places. The guardian of forbidden places is described both as the thing that protects the forbidden places from people, but also protects his people from forbidden things, forbidden knowledge. And then the book mentions there is a third god in the Trinity. They are the nether being. They are the shadowed will, the Sandman. This god is the absent god, who is present in nothingness. They are the agency of nothingness, something usually only long-lived beings can see. He feeds on memories, and he exists because he has to, or else we couldn't. He is the space imposed. He is negative space. It goes on to mention that long-lived beings have started to be able to spot him in a way where you start to look around, and you can almost start to see, like that idea of like seeing a cloud. and you're like, that looks like an animal. But also, if you've got a big enough cloud, there's a spot missing from the cloud, and you're like, that looks like a blah blah blah. That's him. As it continues, you feel as if this absent god is something worse than all of the other things that have come before. As you described to Wretch, you know, this thing describes other creatures that are considered evil or horrible, like Black Phillip. Black Phillip is a reincarnation tool. He takes from the world and gives back to the world. Things die and he turns them out. Other things change things in this space. The absent god is a force that seeks to end all things. Being described the nether being, it is also described as something that used Lilira and the Yao Shui as its tools a long time ago, and was the very cause of the flagellation and now the desolation known as the Badlands. The Badlands, south of here, used to be a verdant place similar to Utica, and it is a wasteland now. And so that's what you get from day one of reading this book.
Oh, that's scary. All right.
Can you give me a cool or discipline check? But you may use Wretch. You may do a group check with Wretch, meaning that you can swap out one of your stats with his.
Probably your discipline, buddy.
Willpower?
Yeah.
Wait, my skill or my stats?
Either one, but not both.
Oh, okay.
I have 2
Skill.
upgrades in discipline, but what's your willpower?
So my willpower is 5,
Oh.
and my discipline with the willpower is 2 ranks. So, I mean, essentially, since you have 2 ranks in it too, just use 5 dice with 2 ranks.
Heck yes, that is much better.
Don't forget your boost die for sleeping one.
Oh.
Your boost die for sleeping well.
Yes, I know. I
Is
dropped
what?
my dice.
Yep. You said what when you bent over to every die. So
2 success and 2, 4, 6, 7 advantage.
you spend the afternoon wailing for Wretch to give you comfort.
Help me!
And tell you that it's okay.
The world's over. There's a god that's gonna eat everything.
And it's here.
It's here.
It's here wherever something else isn't.
All right.
I just kind of like rub my temples, but I provide the comfort needed. There's a reason I don't leave you alone with these things.
It's a bad story.
Yeah, it's a bad story. All right.
Did I learn anything?
Now let's move to you. So you did. So that was day 9 or day 10 for you guys. Is that supposed to be a prequel to this next? We'll
Day
move over to
10 is 9.
Yeah. Okay, Lemore, Sons of Yin. Let's see here. You did learn stuff. I just gotta find it in my notes. There it is. Sons of Yin through Lemore. There we go. So going around and talking about the Sons of Yin in the city, you do find a group that does know of the Sons of Yin. It's the Natari. Uh,
So different than I've spelled Natari.
it's okay. It's a phonetic thing. I spell it in a way that helps me pronounce it. So the Natari have always had good standing with the Sons of Yin. They tell you. They run into them in the sewers that intersect with the ways. However, because of their good relationship and because you guys have spent like all of your gratitude with them, they're not going to divulge any information about where they run into the Sons of Yin outside of the sewers and down in the ways. I will tell you, you guys have acquired at least one of the piece of information necessary for me to progress you guys to a place to investigate and all that other stuff. So you guys are moving along here. But that's the information that you get from this. No new investigations inputs or anything like that. But you do get that information. So the Sons of Yin operate in Lemoore. Daniel is missing. You've heard a little bit about some of the background stuff. You've got, Paxton and Armina who are dead, but you know that they were running around town sponsoring some stuff and so on and so forth.
So what did that's the next day.
And what would you like to do next, Ilya?
I guess it has to wait because she's taking up with Nash right now. He hasn't been seen.
The investigator will be free tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is I want to ask her about because we got to narrow our search down somehow.
You're the only one who can ask Vigor Mortis stuff. Is there anything of the list that you might want to still run by them? Just because it's only you can ask them. I don't know.
I don't think so because I don't see them knowing anything about Malusis.
Yeah, I mean, they gave you the chemo quest in the first place, but I don't know that they know more than what they gave you. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I could ask the investigator about chemo, or I could just spend the day that I'm waiting for her to come back, getting a weapon of some kind.
So one of the things that the Vigor Mortis can do is they can speak with the dead.
Oh.
They are an undead. Vigor Mortis is a self-run, the restless group that they're undead in Holdenford. So you can ship the corpses up there is one of the things that's in there. That's also when you talk about Malusis, Holdenford is very pro dark magic. They might be able to contact Malusis as a third party and figure out more about her or what she knew. They might be able to commune with her. There's things like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Malusis Vigor Mortis.
Okay.
I did not know that about them.
Yeah. Cool. Go ahead and put her in. For this one, I would also take a negotiation or leadership role instead of streetwise if you'd like.
Do I get one boost die first being fully rested?
Correct.
Okay. Gonna shoot that one. That was pretty bad. Oh fuck. Okay. 2 and 4.
Okay. You can reduce either the time by 2 or the cost by 2.
How long?
5 days or 10 gold is space.
5 days? Okay.
Yep.
No.
I'm doing some time dilation stuff just to make things move along, but yeah, so you can send off a bird to them to reach down to Melusis and figure out what she can figure out.
I'm gonna reduce the time by 2 days.
Okay, 3 days, 10 gold. Is everyone ready for me to move to day 11?
Yeah.
All right. Day 11, who's available? It looks like Nash gets his information here. So I'll start with that. Milgra,
Yep, just
Paxton, and Armina. Okay. So you learn that Milgra and Armina, along with Daniel, attended one of the local bars, the Lace, Grace, and Chalice. They would patron a lot of the storytellers and playwrights who told of all sorts of stories throughout Lemoore. Specifically, they would patron the ones who told stories about the mysteries of the gods and days long old. But this is where you guys were supposed to get that they were associated with the name Abisht, which is Einval Abisht. So now that you have that, sorry, it's supposed to be retconned back into the stuff that you guys are now connecting with the Vellum Whispers. So yeah, you learned that they were around town for a while. They're in amongst the people, paying people to do stories as the locals, the local nobility and new money in town, so to speak. But not necessarily something that's going to lead you to the sword, as of yet.
Storytellers who record of the patrons, storytellers who backs playwrights, and the white name goes back a ways
With the Abish
with
name.
the
Yeah.
Obrick name.
Yep. So the whites have been around for a while.
Yeah, so something I wasn't quite sure of whether or not to do was to run Paxton and Armina past Thankla, but I think her stuff is too far back.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you're right. Her lenses have been dirty for a very long time. She's a lot of like ancient knowledge.
Yep, okay. That's kind of what I figured. So running on the local bars, I would do Lemoore and Paxton and Armina again.
Okay.
Okay, and then you told us the vellum bound
shit.
stuff, but so Wretch and I are free.
That was one of the vellum bound books. There's 2 more.
Okay.
You just want me to do my roll on my own?
You can go ahead and roll. This would be streetwise, or I would allow charm.
Gonna do streetwise. I'm gonna use my horseshoe and reroll that. That's better. 2 success. So I'll just go down to 3 and 10 gold.
Alrighty.
I'm assuming it's still 10 gold.
Yep. What does Memory and Wretch want to do?
Oh, what was I up to before the books?
I say, Emery's probably too scared to read any of the other books at this point. It was very emotionally traumatizing.
Okay. I'm gonna check in on the Buckums whole situation.
Okay, so you're gonna go talk to the Bushman Farms.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh, wrong button. Negotiations. Okay. I scroll right past it. Okay. Slide that to the court. Bushman. Here we go. Okay. So, the finance guy was Constantin Michel. He's the CEO of finance that you guys talked to when you're trying to make the filter for the grain. And Adamar is the CEO of Botany, who Dante Ogilvy works for. He's the guy who's sending like mechs in to go harvest crops from the orchards at the peripheries of the woodlands. That is working as an exchange for the memory lichen and all that sort of stuff. And then the CEO of Freight is Zonomir, who is the boss to Patio Fleury, who's the one who is guarding the people who are going in for the memory lichen, and he's helping. The last time you guys talked, Patio Fleury and Dante Ogilvy were going to be working with Drayden. So at this point, if you would like, you can go to Bushman and talk to one of those guys, or for five gratitude with Bushman Farms, you can summon one of those three people, Constantin Michel, Adamar, or to your tower, so that way you get the 4 boost dice for negotiating with them. Basically, you can pick between the CEO of Finance, the CEO of Botany, or the CEO of Freight.
Do Freight.
Okay. Do you want them to come to you, or you to go to them?
I'll go to them. I'm a traveling little doctor man.
All right.
So I'll head over.
Okay. So heading over there, just this. Right here. Okay. What the heck?
You're right over there.
Oh, it was hidden. That's what it was. Okay. Sorry. We're back. So going to Chettle Farms, which is this massive warehousing complex, you asked nicely if you could be seen by Zolnomir, and you have to wait a while. In fact, you have to wait like 5 hours before they eventually escort you into Zolnomir's office, and there you find yourself introduced to a female Dragar, who looks a little like this, except they have red and yellow markings. That is their vasculature up and all on their arms and up and onto their face. Their hair is completely stitched into their head, and using biomancy given life, because they normally don't have any hair whatsoever. Yeah, this very kind of I would say taciturn woman who is very loud, and you kind of hear before you even reach the room as she goes, "No, come in, come in." As one guy's already like scooting along, and she goes, "And make sure that you check the wagon wheels next time, idiot." Who are you?
Wretch Braventail. I'm a friend, if that helps, though. I don't know.
Friend or not, we'll see. I know that you've pushed some of my underlings for a while now to do business. It is not necessarily the most profitable yet. We'll see. That's not really my business. All I know is that right now is a very hard time to keep things moving the way it should, in a straight and orderly line. These roads getting rubbish every turn. Every turn they are worse and worse. Bah. Now what do you want?
I can't help you there. But I was here to check on how the Buckums are doing at Bushman Farms.
The Buckums.
Any word on them?
The Buckums. I don't work with the Buckums, but I know Drayden. Drayden is at the Buckums. That is the place that you refer to, no?
Yeah, but like yeah.
I get reports from Dante and reports from Patty on how that is going on, and they are stuck in the mud. It is constant. It is constant dealing with all those wildlings from the woodlands. It is constant that they are raiding my wagons and killing the animals. It is an absolute nightmare. But things seem to be at a steadfast. They've managed to pull in what they can, and they have started to secure the routes so we don't lose as many wagons. It is what's the phrase? Holding pattern. We've managed to get it to a holding pattern. We're no longer losing ground. At least now, farms, safe. But they haven't had enough troops to shush, slash and burn.
Okay. Well,
so right now, just so you know, so yeah, everything's in a holding pattern. They have just enough resources to like make sure that the Blades of Azrael aren't just like running wild and making shit worse and worse. And that was thanks to your guys' push. So right now, it sounds like they will either need one of two things to deal with the Blades of Azrael for good and to restore order to the outstate of Lamore, the countryside. Either one, you guys will need to go down there and help, like, with a sally forth to deal with the Blades of Azrael. Or you need to convince them to do more resources. So what this will look like is you will get one formidable presence check. In this case, I will allow leadership or negotiation because you chose this person here. So because they want things to run smoother, you chose the freight person. Leadership is approachable here because they're going to appeal to the finance person. Right now, it's going to cost 5 platinum minus however much gratitude you spend in tens. So if you spend 10 gratitude, it will be 4 platinum, and so on and so forth. However, you have to do a formidable presence check, and successes net successes will decrease the cost, and net failures will increase the cost.
okay. Or, I mean, I suppose we maybe don't have time, but we could go ourselves.
Correct. There's an outstanding quest that is effectively not time sensitive because you've stabilized the area.
Yeah. Okay. Presence check with the leadership, which I have 1 point in. That is 3 success.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So first, I get 2 failure. Would you? So the cost will be 4 platinum unless you spend some gratitude. Right now, your guys' gratitude with Bushman Farms. It's under negotiations, not underneath gratitude. I'm in my dwelling world now. Oops. That's why I can't find it. Negotiations. There we go. Right now, you guys have 25 with Bushman Farms. So you could spend 20 and get the cost to go down by 2 platinum.
Everybody okay if we do that? And if we get the price to go down by 2 platinum, how many are we left at?
It's still 2 more platinum.
Okay, yeah, then I have enough in my pocket for that. If I spend the influence, which checking on people in the party, fine with me using that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a platinum to offer anyways.
Save the buckums.
Yeah, I'd love to help the Bookums, and I think if we're not going to be able to do it ourselves on short order, then I'm fine with using money for it, you know?
And influence.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm
It's
spending the
there to
2
burn.
platinum and leaning on them and wink wink nudging them.
Nice.
Love it.
She goes, haha. This is just enough money I can use to push across and secure the supply lines. I like you, rat. I swear.
Do you
I could
like
take
me
that
more
face,
because I gave you
smush them
2
into my big
platinum?
bosom.
Or... Okay.
Yeah, and with that, you successfully pay off the Bushmans to deal with the Blades of Azerland for good.
Nice.
Yay.
Meanwhile, back at the party.
I guess that leaves me. Knowing that they're looking in. Okay, so I just want to be clear first with the Velenbound Whispers. Those are kind of just like a thing we can look at on our own, not something that's actually an input.
Incorrect.
Right.
So the Velenbound Whispers has a mechanical effect to find potentially finding either more inputs or some of the 4 final investigation things that you're looking for. I said that there's 4 key pieces of information at the end that I am looking for you guys to have found.
Yes.
This is factored into, this is not something that I'm like, oh man, I didn't think of that. This is built into this.
It's built into it, but is it something I can combine with vehicles?
No, this is just one it doesn't require a vehicle, but it does require a day to look at for each book. So you have 2 more books, which would be 2 more days, if you wanted to peruse the Velenbound Whispers for something that you could use.
Okay, emotionally can't handle that right now. If I can't
That's fine. It could be a dead end, too.
Well, yeah, she needs a mental day off from that. Okay, we already went down on the other book, but I know that from what I read, they were looking into the god stuff, and I know that one of the leads we have now is Lady Morrow, which I know is a god.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to look at Lady Morrow with Zenkla, because she has old knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So presumably she has old knowledge of Lady Morrow, unless of course that's missing. Wait, where did we get Lady Morrow's name? I'm not creating a cyclical loop that's what's missing from her books, right?
No, this is something you can pursue.
Okay, I wanted to make sure it's they didn't. Yeah. Okay. Like, okay. Then that's what I would like to look at.
Not all of these are created equal, but yeah, this is something that's a valid thing to look at. So.
That makes it sound like I'm wasting my time, but okay.
I'm trying to not give input, but also it is. We'll see what.
Tell us what to do, Papa Josh.
Just do it.
Just do it. I'm gonna do it. Is it a day thing?
Nope. This is a test. You're putting an input into a vehicle, so
Yeah.
it's a check. But using Thankful doesn't cost money. So.
That's what it was. Thank you. Okay.
It's like that big fancy tower as loot is like paying off with all the boost dice and all of the free like knowledge and stuff.
All right. Is this a stupid thing to look at? I can change my gears if people think this would be a dead end.
Seems fine.
Okay. What type of test is it? Sorry.
This would be knowledge dark or knowledge people.
No, check knowledge people. Okay. Then.
Or streetwise.
No, I'll just do knowledge people.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Corbin. Dropped another dice on you. I got one
Don't do
success.
that.
3 advantage.
4 days it is.
Okay.
All right. Does anyone else have anything left for day 11?
No.
Okay. Well, hold on, Wretch. Are you set up for what you're going to be doing next?
Not for what I'm doing next, but I did stuff today.
Yep. So we got to set up what you're doing and how long it's going to take. So,
Okay. I'll check back in with Emery.
okay.
Make sure she's not crying in a corner.
If you want to help her, you can roll your any knowledge check you would like, or just roll a single boost die. And if you roll a success, you can reduce it by a day.
Or if you
One
wanna look
boost
at-
die.
Okay, I was gonna say if you want to look at the vellum-bound books yourself, because I couldn't
No.
handle it. Okay.
Wrong. No, I'm not a heathen. All right. I got an advantage, so no help.
All right.
In fact, I choose to use my advantage to surprise Emery with my presence. Like, just like get really close before announcing
Nice.
myself. Like, hey,
I love it. Okay. Day 12. Anyone clear? Looks like probably not.
No.
Day 12 goes by. Day 13.
I think I am.
All right. So a dove comes back with information. So Vigor Mortis says, we made contact with Melusis, and we pried into her about who hired her. She gave the names Armina Kinwhite, who worked with Paxton, and Daniel. So you get the names Paxton and Armina, which you have. She also mentions that the Sons of Yin hated her. They hated her as they hate all devils, as they hate all artists.
Interesting.
And lastly, see, hold on a second. No, wait, they don't. That's from a different one. So I'll plug that into here. Where are you? Oh, yeah. This one's... Oop, not that. You didn't see anything.
Didn't see anything.
There we Okay. What would you like to pursue next?
I don't know.
So it kind of seems like the Sons of Yin dealing with the occult, dealing with embalming and phylacteries. The people that we know came here, those dominators, they were dealing with
they have some sort of association with Lady Marrow.
Nash's thing isn't done until tomorrow.
Yeah, that they had association with probably the books, the Vellenbound Whispers. They had some sort of thing with that. Chemo hasn't been looked into.
Yeah, I wonder.
You could bring the corpses to Vigor Mortis. What else you guys got here? There's still books. The books have only been looked into within the within Thankla, except for the special books that were brought out to the local library.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna send the Dominator corpses up to Vigor Mortis, see if they can pry some real meaningful information out of them.
Okay.
Figure out who this Daniel actually is.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me either a negotiation, leadership, or a streetwise check.
Two and one.
Okay. Go ahead and put those into your inputs, vehicle, and whatnot, and you can reduce either by 2 days or 2 gold.
What's the cost?
The 10 gold base.
Oof. Okay. And how many days?
5 days base. So however you want to spend your 2 to reduce.
Yeah, I don't mind spending gold.
Okay. Seems like everyone's busy, so we'll move on to day 14. Day 14, it looks like Nash.
That's me.
SMEs, Paxton, and Armina. So you find. Oh, sorry. Where is that? I put the wrong thing. You find out that the Paxton and Armina were identified as hanging out with the Reader. The Reader is sorry. Shit. Not the reader. Sorry, it was supposed to be this one. They were identified as hanging out with someone named Ankana. Sorry. I'd accidentally backspaced out of it. So they've accidentally called Daniel Ankana in public. And you have access now to the name, input name, Ankana, which you can now surmise Daniel is not their real name.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere.
All right, so now I will do. Boop. Why did the name disappear? Oh, there it is. Milgra and Ongbak.
I remember that movie.
Good times. All right.
And is that going to be streetwise?
Streetwise or negotiation?
Streetwise. Ooh, I don't know what this gets me, but I got a success and a triumph die. And then 3 advantage.
Okay. You can reduce it down to 1 day, or you can reduce it down to 2 gold with the triumph.
Oh, we're going to do 1 day and 10 gold.
And then with the success, you can lower the 10 gold to 9 gold.
I'll just keep it at 10. Easier math. We are on day 14, so this will end. Oh my god, I didn't realize it did that when I scrolled. No, god damn it. I don't know where I took that from.
Okay. And I know it's
You can
8:33
continue.
now. I feel like you guys are getting
I
really
swallowed
close.
spit wrong.
Do you guys want to finish this up? Or do you guys
Sure.
really want to be done?
I'd like to finish it out.
Yeah, I'm game.
I got 2 yeses.
I heard.
Hold on, I'm still dying. Swallowing that spit wrong really hurt.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh.
I feel like I saw Austin's mic flash a couple times, but I couldn't hear what he...
I said it was fine.
Oh,
People
sure.
not hear me.
Thank you. Sorry, I think you're getting overlapped with other people, that's all.
You just don't care about me.
No, I hate you! I farted.
Okay.
Okay. Day 15.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Day 15, everyone.
Okay.
Big day.
Every time you say what day it is, I think of that SpongeBob meme with Mr. Krabs ringing the bell.
I don't know it.
Oh, he's
gotta
just
send
announcing
them.
what day it is when they're like going to be open for like they never close, and he's like
Oh.
day 33, and he looks increasingly crazy.
Boy.
Never mind.
Boy.
Just never mind.
So, you bring Lady Marrow to Thankla, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, it's this one. So, she tells you that Lady Marrow is known as the goddess of the goblin deity of youth, heritage, and biomancy.
Oh, interesting.
So
Okay.
he's actually quite popular here. But they're not given the best rap sheet. They're known as someone who will steal your children and give them to a better family if you stifle the child's free spirit. When people reference their bloodlines and the power within, that is a reference to her domain. Being able to make something from yourself Via biomancy and childbirth is her domain. People often sacrifice to her using blood sacrifice, and in some of the most extreme cases, they will sacrifice their own children to her to help make their crops grow. And so, in some areas of the old world, she is outright villainous. People despise her because the story changes, as her is just the tooth fairy that will steal your children's teeth, or outright people will abandon their children in the woods and stuff like that. That being said, also there's a huge swing, because other people are like, hey, like, I really believe in being, family and stuff like that, and family ties and all that sort of stuff, and that kind of enters into her domain a little bit too, with the bloodlines of like my father's father and all that sort of stuff. You know that some of this from Thankla is that she is brought in. She's well known in the south and the north, and you can surmise that it might have something to do with bloodlines.
Okay.
So from this, you get a little bit more as well, and that is, you learn some of Lady Morrow's iconography. You recall that in the chest where the vellum-bound whispers originally were, there was a series of fetishes. One of them was a baby doll made with animal bones stitched inside. It was a fetish to Lady Morrow. It sat with other ones, like the beautifully made paintbrush, to Baya, who now you know is one of the Trinity gods. There were a couple of others, but you also have learned that baby skulls and other small child bones are powerful things that people use for Morrow, as well as the blood magic, like Ilya's gauntlet, etc. So you will be able to recognize iconography to Lady Morrow when you see it. That is another piece of the big puzzle on where to go.
Okay, so this one was a green. I'm gonna do like a little green. This one was a goodie. That got us one of our key things. The other
was the sewers with the Natari.
The sewers. So we've gotten 2 of how many?
2 of 4.
And man, chasing down Unkanong.
Onkanon.
Okay. And were you doing this one with me, Rich? I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do next?
So I kind of feel like we learned what we needed to from the Lady Morrow stuff. I feel like, I don't know, I'm doing a lot of research into past stuff, and I don't know how much that's going to help us versus, like, the more present stuff. I don't know.
So, one of the things that you got from that specifically was you will be able to recognize signs of things in the city if you see, like, the underbelly and stuff, like, ways to pursue it. Right, because right now you're like,
I understand that key. I'm talking about like, what should I look into next? Like,
sure, yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, I've been looking at a lot of like the books and stuff and like histories, and I'm just not sure.
Yeah.
How much more I'm gonna squeeze from that rock?
Yep.
What do you think, Wretch?
I don't know.
Like, I could keep trying to do the Vellum book, if we think we would learn more from it. It's part of all this, and
Might as well learn what's in them, I suppose.
Okay. I'm gonna try the vellum book again.
All right, it'll take a day.
Okay. So we read the Trinity Knot book. There was greater wills and where to find them, or the proprieties of supplication.
Mm-hmm.
I picked the first one. Wretch, what's the next one?
Supplication.
Yeah. All right. Are you gonna take care of me again?
I'll help you, but I'm not gonna read the damn thing.
Yeah. I just need a comforting hand on my shoulder. Okay.
Okay, we'll say that this one will take days minus a cool or a knowledge dark check.
Cool or knowledge dark.
Mhm.
I have. Well, how are we doing? Him and I, like, for that. Like, are we doing the?
He can assist with the cool check, and you can do a knowledge dark check. Like you can pick, like you can use his will with your knowledge, or his cool with your intellect.
For cool, I've got like nothing. I've just got like 2 presents. For knowledge dark, I get 4 green. So
You can just rock his cool check.
what do you got, buddy?
Cool. It's present, so mine's just natural. 2 green dice.
Oh, damn.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Isn't
Knowledge
cool a
dark.
discipline roll? No, I guess it
No.
is presence.
No, it's presents.
So
You know what? I'll allow discipline then. Cool or
Yay!
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
okay. Do you want to roll it this
I-
time? I got to roll it last time.
Okay.
Should be 2 yellow, 3 green, and a boost.
A triumph, 3 success, 4 advantage.
That's why we came roll.
triumph, 3 success, 4 advantage. Okay. Emery is a mess, but you make it through the book in 1 day.
Oh.
When isn't she?
I rolled the 5 discipline dice to see if she managed to keep her calm, and it was a lot of really bad stuff on there, but it didn't affect the roll for how long it took, and you still succeeded. So I'm just like, you got her through it, but you needed to be there. Okay, so that's gonna be day 16 as well.
Yeah. Day 16 day.
Me and Nash got stuff.
And Emery and Wretch. Yep, you're all gonna get stuff.
Yeah.
I'll start at the top. We're going
Hey,
up. So, Vigor Mortis and the Dead Dominators. So, with Vigor Mortis and the Dead Dominators, they tell you that their names are... So, Paxton and Armina are the names of the 2 dead ones, and they tell you that Daniel's real name is Onkanon. And, yeah, that's what you get. So you got... That would have been something that you could have gotten with the very first check if it was done in that order. But, so not necessarily new information, since it's going to be... those are inputs that you guys have already learned. But
Okay.
still, going over to Nash, Onkanon with Milgra the Investigator. It's a big one. Milgra is excited as they come back. They learned a couple of things. They went through the records again of the Petrogovich Bank with the name Onkanon, and they found that Onkanon is also on the books as getting paid by the harvesters, except this time as the Reader. The Reader is your knowledge dark friends would know in the group. They are someone who's tasked with handling a seer. You guys have heard that the slag grinder uses a seer to rig the game and to figure out what the odds are before. But now you know that effectively the seer's handler is this Onken character.
Oh.
And they said what's more, they found that there was that this reader person by the name of Onkenon had actually commissioned a master scribe to work on something. They're not sure what it was, but there's a paper trail of the money to a master scribe named Bonilyn Glimmerworks. So they hired a master scribe to work on something enchantment style. And so now you've unlocked Bonilyn Glimmerworks as a follow-up input. So this is someone theoretically that probably has been commissioned something with a sword.
Hope not for his sake.
And then let's see here. The leaders. Oh yeah, you also get the reader. As a input.
So since you didn't pick anything yet, do you want to go after the Bonilon Glimmerworks and I'll continue with the reader?
Yeah, I can do that. What would the
Who do you-
vehicle be, or is that something I...
Hold on, before you guys figure that out, I want to finish up with the Velumbound Whispers stuff here. So you guys all have this. You're all available now. So, let me just maximize this. So, The Proprieties of Supplication is a book that gives you predominantly information about all cosmic beings and their place in the world. You learn that some people who are considered artists, the word gods refers to artists, which are the creatures that created this world.
Mm-hmm.
That artists split their souls away from their bodies, and the body is considered effectively a Valkyrie, and their soul was considered a devil. You learn that there's these beings that entered the world from outside of the world. These are considered profane, and anyone who interacts with them is mired in them. There's reference to Outlanders as well, which humans, elves, dwarves are all considered Outlanders, which this is considered people who are invited to be in dwelling in the world from outside, so to speak. But predominantly this goes into Sisimido, which are like the gods that walk the world as titans, like Cinder, who's technically an artist, but some people refer to him as a Sisimido. And it details out all of the different types of, like, what is this and what is that, of all these different superpowered entities that you run into. Because there's a lot of, like, sus around different ones, and some of them are hyped up to be more than they really are, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
But because you have read 2 of the different books, and you've gotten the background information on from Thankla on some of this, you have gained some of the enough of the information to gain the icons for the Sons of Yin iconography.
Cool.
Predominantly being, 1 second here. So children's bones and dolls, you got from for Lady Marrow, but with the Sons of Yin, there are several other items. One being the Loom of Torture, which is a image of a loom, but the threads form jail bars in front of a stick figure, trapping them in place. There is another iconography of a gilded cage. There's like a bird cage of gold, often with bones of humans and goblins inside. And then lastly, you've gotten enough information to know that any sort of desecration of artists and their holy places, especially with the blood of the Awoken, is a sign that maybe the Sons of Yin have been.
Wow.
And with that, you have enough information to surmise that if you go into the sewers and look for iconography of Lady Marrow and iconography of the Sons of Yin, you can probably try to pinpoint where the Sons of Yin have been hiding out. You also know that Daniel is a Son of Yin, that he's been missing from town, but you also know that someone recently has been hired in town to work for them. If you track that person down, they might be able to help reduce the area that you're looking, etc., that sort of stuff. So that's kind of where you guys are at. You do not need to engage more with this kind of investigative stuff if you don't want. However, there's still more information that you could find. You can talk to this Bonnie person, etc. If you can catch them. You can look up more information on Ankanon. But at this point, I will allow you guys to move on to the next stage, which would be to do a series of streetwise checks in the sewers, etc., to find, sniff out the starting point to pursue a structured encounter of finding where this person went.
I'd like to talk to Bonnie Lynn Glimmerworks.
Yeah.
I don't think Bonnie Lynn is a person, the way I'm reading
Well,
that.
if they're a place, go there, talk to them.
They're a master scribe that got paid to do work, is kind of what that. Bonnie Lynn is the name. Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys would like to finish that out.
I was reading that as the project they were working on was Bonnie Lynn Glimmerworks.
Oh, no. Okay, so we'll start off with that. We'll finish out, the things that people are investigating, and then we'll move into a more structured hunt, and that will be where we pick up.
All right.
Good job, guys. Not only succeeding in having enough funds to get through all of that, but also solving all of your side quests. This was a huge will they, won't they. You guys did not have a lot of stats into presence or anything like that, so having all of the resources to be able to accommodate for that was pretty cool to see here late game. So, congrats.
Yeah, money.
You still got to go buy a sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, good point.
Well, sword thing. I was going to suggest there might be an armory in the Spire that you can just borrow one from, or one of the dead characters might have had one.
Yeah, I would allow you to grab a generic sword from the gear and add it to your inventory. That's fine.
Yeah, so one that's in the items list, that, just a regular sword that's +3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. All right.
All right.
All good?
Yep. I'm just doing my wrap up notes on for me for next time. But good job, guys. Have a great night, and we'll talk.